Welcome to the Helm developer meeting for August 3rd, where we follow the CNCF code of conduct. Be nice to each other. All I can remember from that. Getting started. There's there's nothing in announcements. I'll add one thing to the discussion. So unless anybody else has any other announcements.
I feel like what you put in the discussion is kind of an announcement.
Is it an announcement? I guess. Sure. Okay. So that would be that I merged something that broke main. So I've actually dissected and figured out which one it is. I just haven't had the time to fix it yet, but I'll do that probably after this meeting. And that was it. So there's nothing under discussions. Does anybody have any topics that they'd like to bring up?
I'm curious, did our CI, I'm guessing it didn't warn you that it was going to break main before you merged it?
Right. The PR that I merged did pass, but I think it passed a long time ago. So I think the linter has updated since then, and so it just broke the new linter.
It broke the linter. Okay.
Now I've decided that before I always compile them and run them and make sure that they do the things that I need them to do. So now I'm going to add one more step, and I will also run a local make test to make sure that they work.
Or I would assume it would be okay to go into the GitHub Actions and do rerun, and just like before merging, should that be maybe something we do, is just rerun the GitHub Actions?
Could be another way of doing it. My machine's faster. Anyway, yeah, I'll add that to my list. Oh yeah, I could also add the fact that I also will announce, I've got a label that I've added, which I mentioned last time, that is an easy way to find PRs review. Because if somebody else has already reviewed it once, I added this label that is has one approval. So if you filter on that, you can find PRs. Also, I've filtered out. If you filter out the ones that have been approved by yourself, you can get a list of PRs that still need one more reviewer, and one more reviewer is way easier than having to start from scratch. So if you're trying to review, that's a quick and light way to do it. That'll be for anything that's a medium or bigger, since they require 2 PRs or 2 approvals.
I have a quick discussion topic. It's kind of tangentially related to Helm in some way. I guess it is pretty directly related to Helm, but it's, I was thinking about what are the other, I was reading a little bit about Timony, I guess, is like a Helm competitor kind of thing, a queue-based Helm competitor. I don't know if anyone's read about that one, but I was kind of going down the path, like, what are like other like Helm competitors? We have
You say Pomoni or Pulumi?
No, Timony.
Oh, Timony. Thank you. That's what I thought.
I mean, Customize is the number one that I can think of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Customized was the first one on my list as well. I got to put CNAB on there as well, although I don't really know if that's really a competitor, right? The Cloud Native Application Bundle. Carvel was another one I had. Is there any that I'm not thinking of?
There are a couple that I've been looking at in terms, but they are kind of tangential, but they kind of overlap things. Let me see what I can find. I'm bringing up some notes I had from there, but they're certainly more encompassing tools and ecosystems rather than say Helm customized. 1 second.
One of the like weird area is also with KPT. I know I've had some discussion around like where KPT is going and Customize is going because they're still like KPT is really just a generic YAML sort of like templater, if you will. You can feed kind of like some variables and whatnot. And I know that like in the past it's been kind of difficult because they don't know where KPT is going or Customize is going.
So the two I was looking at when I was looking at some stuff for Permaza, which is kind of around in the service binding spaces, a tool called KOPS, KAOPS, which is a proprietary offering, but basically it's their implementations and forks of Helm, Argo, CD, Terraform, Scupper, and kind of gluing them all together. And then there's another tool called Acorn Services from Acorn Labs, which is also basically the same thing. It's like they take Helm and a bunch of other tools, glue them together and package them there. So it's kind of more encompassing and proprietary, but just throwing the names out there.
Cool. Yeah, I was actually just writing up and like a list of things I like about Helm, a list of things that like I think it can do better. I don't know if I'm really ready to share all those yet, though I flushed them out a little bit, but I was making a list and then I was looking at like, what are the competitors and what do they do well? And what do they, and like kind of what can we learn from and where do we want to go? And I don't know, just some things like that. So KOPS and Acorn.
The thing we can do, the biggest thing we can do better is review PRs, get things merged.
Yes. Yeah. Getting PRs merged would definitely be a big one.
Somebody asked me the other day, what's your criteria for when you review PRs? I'm like, well, when I get through the other 333 of them. Working on it. I always sort them by most thumbs up.
Yeah, I almost wonder like if we could do something structurally there with like we try to get a couple core maintainers on and like go right at the top ones and like attack them maybe on this call, Not a lot going on. Maybe it would be you and Andrew reviewed the top PR right now and approve it or not approve it, right?
I can't give a official sign off, but I'm happy to go through PRs and if you want like a pre-review, just go to my website.
I'm doing my best to go through as many OCI ones as possible. I'm trying to be as thorough as I go through my testing because we've had enough issues with OCI. So
Yeah, and I don't know anything about it, so I tend to avoid those.
and that's why I love everyone just at least throwing the label on there so it's easy for me to track down. Thank you.
Just sort of like, Joe, did you sort out the getting added to the group for triage?
Matt did that yesterday. But he sent you the invite, so hopefully. I also talked to Fisher about getting myself added to the maintainers team as a manager so that I can add people in the future.
It looks like Matt did review Michael's, so I'll ping him on Slack and see if Michael's team has had a chance to look at that. Be nice to just get that one closed out.
Which one was that one?
That's the Helm dependency update performance, improve Helm dependency update performance.
Oh yeah. Didn't I already approve that one?
You did, but Matt asked for some changes. And so I think that's kind of the final.
Yeah, I gotta get main passing again first. Which I will do, like I said, shortly. All right, well, if anything else to say on this topic? And I guess we'll look at, first of all, I'll look at finding which tab I had open. Change tabs and lost my own. Yeah, shout outs. George again, thank you. Appreciate you going through all this. It's hard to keep up with everything.
You know, from the picture that done PR reviews as well. We're gonna show it recently.
All right, next week, moderator. Anyone?
I think I'll be here. I mean,
Actually, I can probably do moderator again. Sure. Notes. I can't do notes. This is why I took moderator. If you don't mind again, Karina.
yeah, I'm happy to. I forgot about the
I know I'm bad at it. Issue triage.
Yeah.
Peer review. I'll continue that. And I'll definitely be here. All right. That is all. Then we'll end early. Thanks, everybody.
thank you. Good luck.
See y'all.